Unearthing the vibrant tapestry of African folklore reveals a world where women are not just characters, but the very pillars of narrative, wisdom, and cultural identity. Forget the one-dimensional portrayals you might expect. Here, the spectrum is as vast and varied as the continent itself, stretching from figures of formidable power to those who, through their perceived foolishness, offer profound lessons. Queens, warriors, and matriarchs, the architects of destiny. Though a historical figure, her resistance against Portuguese colonization has woven her into the very fabric of Angolan folklore. She is remembered not just for her military genius and unwavering spirit, but for her ability to adapt, to negotiate, and to fiercely protect her people. Figures like Mami Wata, the water spirit revered across vast swaths of Africa, perfectly encapsulate this blend of allure and might. Often depicted as beautiful and sometimes dangerous, she symbolizes wealth, fertility, and the deep. Mysterious power of water, her dual nature, alluring yet potentially perilous, reflects the multifaceted understanding of power itself and how it can both bestow blessings and demand respect. Instead, they often represent those who possess ancient esoteric knowledge, powers that might be feared by the uninitiated but are nonetheless potent. Their stories can be cautionary tales about abusing power, but they can also be allegories for the dangers of misunderstanding or ostracizing those who are different. They might possess healing abilities, profound spiritual insights, or a connection to forces beyond ordinary comprehension. Her story would then highlight the ephemeral nature of superficial qualities and the lasting value of inner character. Or perhaps her foolishness stems from disobedience, where she disregards the wisdom of elders or the established rules of her community, leading her into peril. Such tales underscore the importance of respect for authority, tradition, and the collective wisdom of the community. These characters remind us that power comes in many forms, and not all knowledge is easily deciphered. In societies where contribution to the family and community was paramount, a princess unwilling to learn or participate would be seen as failing in her duties. They celebrate female resilience, acknowledge vulnerability, and explore the intricate dance between individual choice and communal responsibility. To truly appreciate African folklore is to recognize the central, dynamic, and endlessly fascinating roles that women have always played within its rich and profound narratives. What wisdom do you think these diverse portrayals offer us in today's world? The foolish princess serves as a mirror, reflecting common human flaws and showing the consequences of succumbing to them. Her eventual redemption or downfall offers valuable insights into what it means to be a responsible, wise, and respected member of society. They remind us that even those of high birth are not exempt from the need for character development and learning from mistakes. These stories reinforce the value of diligence, self-sufficiency, and contributing to the common good. Her journey, often through hardship, teaches her the true meaning of responsibility and the dignity of labor. These spiritual entities reinforce the idea that women are not just earthly beings, but can hold profound connections to the spiritual realm and the very forces of nature. Her tales celebrate resilience, strategic brilliance, and an unyielding commitment to freedom, defying any notion of female subservience. When we delve into African tales, we encounter women who command respect, inspire awe, and shape the destiny of nations. They are not merely passive figures in a male-dominated world. They are agents of change, bearers of culture, and reflections of the diverse experiences and expectations placed upon them, while male tricksters like Anansi or Ajapa are more widely recognized. There are subtle yet significant female counterparts who use wit and cunning to navigate complex situations. These figures might not always be benevolent. Sometimes they are portrayed as witches or enchantresses, yet even in these darker portrayals there's often a deeper meaning. At first glance, these might seem to contradict the image of powerful women. However, their inclusion is vital for understanding the full spectrum of female representation and, crucially, the didactic purpose of folklore. These narratives are rarely meant to simply demean women. Instead, they serve as powerful cautionary tales designed to impart essential life lessons. These aren't just figures in a story. They're echoes of historical queens, revered priestesses, and the very spirit of a community. Take Makeda, often known as the Queen of Sheba, while her legend intertwines with other cultures. In Ethiopian tradition, she emerges as a sovereign of incredible intellect and diplomatic prowess, journeying far to seek wisdom. Her story isn't just about beauty or royalty. It's about a woman who valued knowledge and sought truth, defining her reign not by conquest, but by wisdom and understanding. Then there are the warrior queens, figures like Queen Nyenzinga of Ndongo and Matamba. Beyond the battlefield, we find the wise matriarchs, the grandmothers and elders who are the custodians of tradition and the fount of ancestral knowledge. They are often the silent strength behind communities, their counsel sought, their experience revered. These aren't queens by title, but by their innate authority and the respect they command. They represent the bedrock of societal structure, guiding younger generations and ensuring the continuity of cultural values. Yet their stories highlight the crucial role of women in preserving heritage and nurturing the collective soul of a people. And we cannot speak of powerful women without mentioning the divine and mystical, tricksters, witches, and the shadows of knowledge. African folklore also introduces us to female characters who operate outside conventional societal norms, challenging expectations and often revealing deeper truths. Witches in African folklore are rarely just evil caricatures, foolish princesses. Lessons in humility and wisdom now. Let us turn to the foolish princesses. Characters like those alluded to in The Three Foolish Princesses. A princess described as foolish might embody vanity, her beauty leading her to arrogance and poor judgment. In some narratives, foolishness might manifest as a lack of practical skills or an aversion to hard work. Ultimately, these narratives are not about condemning women, but about teaching universal virtues: humility, diligence, respect, and foresight. The enduring legacy. Women as pillars of culture. Across this vast array of portrayals, from the mightiest queens to the seemingly foolish daughters, a common thread emerges. Women are indispensable to the narrative and moral fabric of African folklore. These stories, passed down through generations, continue to shape understanding. It's not just of gender roles, but of human nature itself.